Good morning, this is Rich from Tennessee Homestead. How are you today? Well, everybody's up and going. Chickens are still getting their scratch, and I thought I'd give you a short video here of some of the things we do around here a little bit in the morning. I've got to put my stuff back away, otherwise I'm going to have them keep adding to my mess here. Oh, I'll tell you, rainy day. Good morning, buddy. How are you? You've already been up and about. Did you have any problems last night? Did you have problems last night? No? Anyway, we kind of finally got most of the barn cleaned out here a little bit. We do have this mess over here. This is where the new coop's going to be. I have got to get this cleaned up, and I think since we have a rainy day today, be a good day for it. I was kind of hoping to get out and do some work in the pastures, but it don't look like that's going to happen. The roosters ratted already this morning. God love them. I'll go in here and check on little mama. Hopefully don't make you too dizzy walking around here. Yeah, those Australorps, they like to hit that field first thing. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Yes, little mama is still at it in here. She's done a real good job so far. She has kicked out one egg. Wasn't worth a hoot, but hopefully she's successful. So much for I'm kind of hoping for her sake is more than ours, but because it's going to be kind of interesting once those chicks hatch, of whether or not we got to do some emergency separation to keep them alive. Anyway, checking on their feed, their water. It looks like they're okay on water for a while. See, one girl's already left us a present. God love them. But yeah, this little lady has done real well. She situated herself real close to that feeder, which is kind of funny. She gets in there and she'll just kind of stand up and reach over and grab herself something to eat, which is a good thing. Keeps her from getting all thinned out here. So she's keeping herself hydrated and fed, so that's a good thing. But she's a determined little thing. Hopefully she succeeds. Okay, anyway, so today I think we're going to make a project out of getting the, well, that was a nice view of that wire. Good morning, buddy. I should have named you Shadow. You just follow me around like anything. Anyway, we're going to try to finish getting the barn situation cleaned out. Had an old boy that's interested in this old horse trough. I don't use this much, and it's as you can see, if you can see this, is usually just hung up and out of the way, and not so much of an asset. So if I can pick up a couple of bucks getting rid of the thing, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. And as I scan around the barn, there we go. That is the most important item on the morning agenda. Good, hot, strong cup of coffee. Without that, the day just goes bad. But anyway, this over here is what's going to be. Used to be a couple of horse stalls, as you can see from the remnants there. Going to take that out today. Get this mess cleaned out. I got my saws sitting around. And get started on this project. We'll probably give you a bit of it at a time. as a step-by-step kind of thing. First thing I'm going to do is bring the tractor in here and get me some support holes drilled so that I can get the flooring laid in. We're going to probably don't need to do this step, but as you can see around the base of this barn, it is open, and I'm going to go ahead and take some of this cattle panel wire we got on there, and we've got some laying around here, little strips of it that we had from taking down the stalls, and I'm going to install that down in the ground with some smaller welded wire, chicken wire, before we put the floor in, and that ought to keep any little critters from getting up underneath that flooring, creating problems. Anything that's big enough to be a threat to the chickens anyway. We do have rat snakes down here, chicken snakes, whatever you want to call them, which we do have to watch out for. But they seem to prefer. We got some bluebird nests and things, boxes around here, and they seem to prefer to go after them. I've killed quite a few of them out there doing that. Anyway, there's the chicken go round laying on top of the ladder there. We're actually going to mount that before we close in the ceiling. Mount that right up there. Basically it's good ceiling fan, it's just old and ugly, and we're going to take that out and mount it up to circulate a little air, and then we're probably going to put a fan for circulation up here in this window. I've still got to run the wiring to get I'm going to operate both of them off of a switch so that in the hotter weather I can take and turn them on and circulate a little air in the chicken coop, because it will have a ceiling in it. It could get kind of warm in there. We are going to put up insulation in the walls before we close it off, primarily because, as you see, it'll get a little breezy in there. But that's the plan for that, and that's what we'll be doing today. And like I said, once I get it all cleaned out, I got a bunch of old barnwood here that I've got to stack somewhere, and I'm not sure quite where I'm going to go, that I'm not tripping over it while I'm waiting to get this done. Anyway, that's what we got going on. Let's see, birds are doing okay. Haven't seen the cows yet this morning. I think they're still out in the back pasture. Chickens are doing real good. They'll start heading in for the nesting boxes here in a few minutes. Seems like after it gets daylight, they'll sneak in there and start doing what chickens do. I think this little girl here, I think over by the door, is thinking, is it egg time yet? Most of these are, they lay, usually come out here by about 1 o'clock. Everything that they're going to do for the day they've done. We did have one hen that kept laying eggs late in the afternoon, and that has stopped since that one little girl has went broody. So my guess is that's my afternoon layer, was that little girl there. All the rest of them seem to like to get their chores out of the way first thing in the morning. But we've had a rainy day. It rained last night down here. It's supposed to rain off and on today, but it's going to be fairly warm, so hopefully they'll do real good out free ranging and grabbing bugs. Anyway, I won't let this go too long. That's like I said, getting the barn cleaned out a little bit. You'll find that it's real easy to you folks that aren't homesteading yet to end up with messes like that right there, where you're in the middle of getting things done, and you come out of the feed room and you've emptied out a bag or something of this nature, feeding animals, and you just kind of toss it off to the side and say, well, I'll pick that up later. And as you see, it begins to grow. Got a few fluorescent lights here that are going to end up in the chicken coop, but right now they're just kind of stacked against the wall. So It's what happens, folks. I try to keep it from happening because all of a sudden that little mess that would have took me 2 seconds to clean up when I was doing it turns into this pile where I'm going to be, you know, spending some time getting that all cleared up. Okay, well anyway, that's the plan for down here today. And hope you enjoyed what we got. It's kind of a beautiful morning. It's in the 60s this morning. Kind of nice. A little damp, a little wet. Wearing the muck boots. Because around here we've had a lot of rain. And it gets to be a little soggy. No two ways about it. Out getting ready to start buying my pasture seed and stuff like that to start getting ready for that, so I got it on hand, and so I can start getting it into the ground when the weather turns a little bit here. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing, and it'll keep me occupied today. Alrighty, well, this is Rich from Tennessee Homestead. Hope you're having a great day, and hope this video finds you just in the best of spirits. You have a great day.